Hello, I love you, Vainglorious, you wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where today we have a couple of different things going on. Our unemployment's a little bit high, and because of that, citizens are starting to move out of the city. Yeah, we have a residential and commercial need, but we do have demand for industry or offices. If we take a look at our education, we've got about 70% of the population educated. Not bad. Not the best. We could get a liberal arts college. Kind of wanting to do the actual university in this city. I'm kind of wanting to put it like here. Like taking up a big chunk of this land to right here. And then having more residential out over this way. And maybe some industry over here. But with this need for offices and everything and for industry, I want to see if we can't maybe meet the industry need with a farm. And we have this lovely little area right out here. And we may even bring it up over to here, get rid of some of those trees, possibly. But I believe if we can get a good farm in here, that should, fingers crossed, take care of our industry need. And of course, I'm opening up the spreadsheet that I use to manage all of my City Skylines farming stuff so that I can have a good idea of what I need and where I need it and all of that good stuff. That's how we determined what we have in our forestry area. And if you're wondering what spreadsheet I'm talking about, I will leave a link to it in the description below. You know, this is a nice flat area. We could do maybe just a small residential area here as well. Maybe connect it with a bridge there and bring a road out over here, and maybe even bring it to connect here. So there's multiple ways to get through. Yeah, that's a good idea. What I want to do first, though, is get this, I don't know that I want to use the grimy industry road. I guess we could. I want to get a road that kind of cuts straight through here. That'll work. And then have it curve around to where we meet this guy. Okay, let's use the freeform tool. Which is like right there. Wow, okay, that works. And then bring that on down. And then yeah, let's see about doing a bridge. Do I want it to go there or here so that we can get some people here too? Because if I do a road up this way and then down through this way, I can always bring something down here to get these guys. Let's look at this. Let's switch back to our trees here. We've got a pretty substantial hill right here, so we would want to bring it in like right here. Yeah. So we kind of want to go straight. Yeah, that's straight. Yeah, we want to follow the kind of the natural train there. So if I come like over here, and we can go straight there. Let's just go straight across. And then we'll curve as soon as we get off that bridge so that we don't run into the highway. And then go straight across that way. Gets rid of some rocks down there, but it gives us multiple ways in and out of this farming area, and then we can use some of this for residential back here. Just kind of a nice little crooked road here that will eventually come down to here and form the edge of our campus. But since we don't have a campus yet, I don't know where that's going to be. So let's throw in our main industry building for farming here and get this going. I'm going to put him right on the edge. And then we're going to need to bring water down here as well, which we should be able to, yeah, pick up some right over here. So just follow this road. And ding, now you have water. So for now, I'm just going to leave everything off of this main road until we actually get it built up. I know it's not the prettiest thing to do, but whatever. We're just going to go ahead and plop in all 6 of our fields, and we can move them later. What was that? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want 6, and then I want 2 small fruit fields. No, I want 6 small fruit fields. 3, 4, come on, 5, and 6. Eventually, like I said, this will all spread out to fill this area. But for now, we're good. And then I'll have 2 large crop fields later. So then we want to have our processor buildings, but first we need a place to store all of these crops. And we have a pretty significant amount here. So let's plop down a bunch of these dudes. Again, this is not to make it pretty right now or even make it functional. This is to get it in and get it operational. So the only thing I have for processing right now are my small animal pastures, and we want 4 of those. So 1, 2, 3. I think I can get the 4th one right there. And then we'll put in just a warehouse to store, so they can make a right-hand turn out of there, and then come in here and drop off their animal products. And then as this upgrades and everything, we'll get the opportunity to build like the bakery and all of that good stuff. Which actually we might. Do we already have the bakery just for putting it in? No. The bakery's there, and we have to reach farming area level 2, which I don't know how many people are going to want to drive to work out here. That could be a bit of an issue, but since there is high unemployment in the town, I think they're more likely to come down here, though they are turning right back across traffic. That's okay. So they should be filling these up, which in turn should come deliver down here to these guys. So that's kind of awesome. I do want to go ahead and draw in that this is going to be a university area, just to remind me. Let's go for the smaller one for now. It's going to cover this whole area, and I think it may even come out across the water. Or not across the water, but across the highway to the water's edge. With like pathways and streets and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe even out here to this little island. Maybe that could be like their graduation and their outdoor study area. Yeah, let's go ahead and incorporate the island. So we've got that, and we'll draw that in, and we'll make that a little bit bigger so that we can grab our bigger circle and fill this in. And I bet we can get up to 28,000 pretty easily, so that we can get this all filled out here. And I bet that'll be enough. I always say that for the universities, and it never is enough, but I'm going to be optimistic. So these guys are not getting their crops. It's because all of these are set to balance. I may have put in too many of these guys. So it may take a minute, and that's all right. Because basically these guys have to get to 50% full before they will start delivering. Oh, no, somebody got some crops, so whatever. And then we just need to, keep an eye on our number of workers, which actually we're good. We've got our number of workers that we need. Let's set our policies in place. For now, we will do the worker safety, but we won't need it later. Getting a lot of traffic here, but that's just because of the cars turning against each other, trucks turning against each other. I think they're also importing some of the animal goods right now from these guys. I think that's what's happening. Or not animal goods, but crops. I think we imported some for a while, because I did notice that we had an import fee going on. Quite a substantial one, actually. So I think that's what's happened, is that we've imported our crops for now. This traffic will dissipate. Don't you worry. You're going to be fine. Speaking of traffic, one of the things I'd like to do... There we go. We got a level 2 already. One of the things I would like to do is eventually get our industry out of here completely. Just remove it. Get rid of this set of railroad tracks that comes off this main one. It goes under here and connects back there in a tunnel somewhere. This just gets a bit congested at times, and I just don't care for it being up here and getting all congested like that. So I think we'll eventually turn this just into some residential or commercial or maybe offices or something. Get rid of that and move it maybe back here, kind of in between these two industries. Because once we get the farm built out a little bit, we are going to bring it up and connect it into here somehow. Don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet, but it will eventually connect into this highway over here as well. So not everybody will have to come through these residential areas, because that would be a bad thing. So how are we doing on unemployment now? Down to 9%. We have 186 people that have come out here. I'd kind of like to see a few more from the farm. Pardon me while I take a drink of water. And our efficiency and pollution and all that are really terrible just because of how spread out this is. Mainly the efficiency is really bad because of that. But once I actually go in and start putting in side roads and moving this stuff down the way it should be, it'll be all right. So what did we get with level 2? I know we got the bakery, which, you know, we could probably go ahead and throw that in. But before we do that, we would want to have a flour mill. And I know that we need to have a few of these to support eventually all of the industry in town. So we're going to just plop that down, and we're going to put the place to deliver the flour right next door. So the flour will go there. Animal products are going there, which it's already filling up. So that way the bakeries, and boom, 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 they already all have crops. So we can throw in the bakery, and he will start getting deliveries. Very cool. For cattle shed, I want to eventually have 2 of those. So again, not trying to make it pretty right now. Just trying to get it to where people can come work out here and we get our production level so that we can actually get everything going. Now, ideally, when you're doing industries, you don't want to have it, obviously, on one road. You know, we didn't do that back here. You want your storage near your producers. Basically, excuse me, hiccuped. In between your producers. Oh, somebody burned down. Who are you? Forestry Friends Limited. Burned down. Well, waiting for disaster response or bulldozer. We don't have disaster response yet, so there you go. I did put a little bit of regular industry out here as well. But anyway, basically what you want is for your storage to be somewhere between your producers and your processors, so that they don't have that far to go to get where they're headed. And then, of course, you use the warehouses for the products that the processors fill out. By the way, I can't remember if I ever covered this or not, but we did put a prison in. Basically, our jails were at capacity, and it kept running into problems. We also put in the waste processing complex, and we have way over here one transfer facility. As long as I don't build like right up to that, like if I limit to building on just this side, we should be okay. I may even be able to get one more street in here. He doesn't put out a ton of noise or pollution. You can see his pollution is next to nothing. Just a little bit of noise, so I could get away with bringing a street in and having it there, and then putting some trees down, and they won't even care that it's there, even if there's residents right there. It's kind of the nice thing about the waste transfer facility. It lets you get your garbage production a little bit, or garbage collection a little bit closer to where things are taking place. I put a flour mill in and not a bakery. Oops. That was my bad. Will the bakery fit there? No. Fine. Let's put it there. And then he's going to need a place for his goods to come out. Whoops. Keep clicking on the wrong thing. So that's going to be unique factory products. That will come out of the bakery. Wow, they got full instantly, and that's what you want to see. So they'll start making pastries. They'll deliver to right there. And then they can just go right back. Right, like, deliver right next door, and then boom, they'll go deliver way out over there. They'll have to drive up there, go to there, and all that, and out to the different areas. But what that is doing, you can see, is our need for industry and offices is slowly dropping down, which is good. It's a good thing to see. We've got plenty of workers out here. Now we need about 8 more workers, and then we get our upgrade on this guy. 6 more workers, so it's getting there. Like to see if we can't get in a few other buildings that I want to have, and then start reorganizing this just to look a little better, just so that it's, you know, starting to go. It's not going to occupy much more real estate than this, though. There we go. Cool. We got that in. These guys really aren't going to take much more land than what we're already looking at. Like, I'll probably have some crops running. I may not go all the way back there. We may do some of our producers back there or something, just because this is a bit of a hill right here. And I bet we can get something back there that'll look kind of cool. So let's go ahead and redo this now. And start making it look a little bit better. Sorry if you can hear my stomach growling. I'm really hungry. So let's bring in... How long are these? I always forget how long these things are. And of course, I've not left myself a spot to find out. Oh, we can do it dirt roads. I think I can get a dirt road in here. I can't. Well, 180, so a 200 would get us there for a dirt road. So that would be like there. And does that mean you fit? Yeah, and then... Yeah, if I bring another road in right behind it, it'll be fine. So I could fit my crop fields in like that. Is that how I want to do it, though, is the question. I do want dirt roads, by the way. I think the farms just look better on dirt roads. Do I want them that crowded? I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be fine. Look like a very industrial farm. And then I want this to curve out right here. Let's bring it in this way, actually. Nope. I was right the first time. This way. Little wonky right there, but whatever. It's fine. That way they just have a couple different ways in and out. So we're going to move some of our plantations. We're going to start moving all this stuff. Just temporarily new locations. It'll cause a lot of things to break for a minute, but again, it's okay. It's all right. I got this. So we're going to move you now off of this road. Now is when we're going to come in and give them the nice little gaps that we like them to have. So we'll do like 3 here and make these all 3 the same appearance. And then we'll do like 3 down here. Come on. There you go. All off this same road, except we don't have water down here. And then we'll make this just some other crop. It doesn't matter what your crops are, honestly. They all just produce crops. I just like to do the different ones just for the visual sake of things. There you go. That'll get all the water in there. And then what we can do here is have... actually... We can bring a road in, like there. Oops. Like there, yeah. We can do a road there, and then to maximize our storage area, we can drop these guys in like this. I don't know how many I can safely get away with having side by side. We're about to find out. And then put them down this side road. And it'll just look a little bit better as well. Because, you know, that there at the end of the fields, we've got our storage. So they come out, go in to store stuff, or go there to store stuff, whatever. It doesn't matter. And then I could go ahead and switch to, like, some of my animal fields. Small animal pastures. We can, like, plop in 1 or 2 of those. Right here, and we'll make these. Yeah, that can say pigs, and then these will be a different animal. And we'll drop that in right there, and we'll make this Cows. Let's go for cows. Not Highland cows, just regular cows. That way we've got, again, 2 different things going on. And then we need a place to put the animal products as they're coming out. This is a larger building, so let's move you for now just a little out of our way. I think right about here should be okay, and that should fit. Ah, it fits perfectly, actually. There. So that's got a place for the animal products to go, so they can turn out, go in there, come right back around without any issue at all. I do wish there were one-way dirt roads. It'd be kind of nice. And then we can go like back to crops, and I think we will for these crop fields. So we would come back in, and what do we do here? 360, 360. I just want it to be fairly symmetrical. So I want it to have that look of like, you know, big farming estate type thing. I don't know why it's not letting me do the 2 here. It's weird. As long as I can fit 3 of them in, I'll be okay. Yeah, it's not letting me go there. And I don't really know why. With that road like that, and that might help me some. So let's try removing these now, or moving them again. So I'd really like you to be spaced out a little better here. And again, just to give it a little visual difference, we're just gonna space those a little bit differently. Move this guy out of the way, move that guy out of the way, and move that guy out of the way. And then we can bring in some of our storage, but not all of it. Actually, it doesn't fit. So what we could do is like here. And like there. That's cool. I like that. And then we'll bring the other 3 in. Same way. And then we'll change their crop. Just so they don't all look the same. So your oranges, why don't we do... Let's do 2 different things here. 3 different things. Let's do all 3 on the greenhouse. And that'll give us a lot of diversity right there. And then we'll grab these 2 boys. And plop them in right there. Plenty of places to store the crops. And then these guys are going to make flour. This guy is going to make flour. That guy is going to make flour, all out of crops. Eventually, we will put in a cattle shed and a milking parlor. I don't know if we have those yet or not. We have the milking parlor, and I am going to want one of those. Maybe that would look kind of cool right here by the cows, if it'll fit. Yeah, question mark. Doesn't quite fit, but we could tuck it in like here. I mean, he relies on crops to work, so let's just run. But I want it to look like, you know, it's obviously, since it's called a milking parlor, you would think, oh, that's where the animal products go, but it's not. So we'll throw that right there, and he should have water. Yep. He just doesn't have any crops yet. So yeah, you know, it just kind of looks nice to have that right there. We might need another animal product storage, though, because that one looks like it's getting a little bit full. Do I have another one? I do. Let's go ahead and bring it down here. Is that a totally different type of building? That's a cattle shed. I already had a cattle shed. I do have cattle sheds. Okay, so I only need one more cattle shed and I'll have everything I want. Do I not have another one? Well, let's put our cattle shed. Let's put one here. And another one across the street. Like there. That way, again, all of the cow-related things are right there. And then we'll just throw in another little warehouse right there for animal products. Cool. Awesome. And then on this other side of the street, I think that's about as far as the farm needs to go, we can start doing our flour production type stuff, which these guys are how big if I turn you sideways? So I can fit that in like that. I was hoping to get two of them side by side, but it's okay if they're not side by side. I want you to line up on the square, not on the road guidelines, though, right? Okay, so just get rid of that road temporarily. Do that. Come here and put that back. And then there's one of my other flour mills. So we'll plop those guys in there, and we'll throw the other one right here. Nah, we'll put the other one here across the street from that guy. And then we just need a place to store the flour, which we have right down here. We could probably put him back here. And then what are these other ones? You're in animal products. I think we might be alright on animal products, actually. Because I built another one. Oops. That was 55% full. That was 48% full. Yeah. Oh, that's my other cattle shed. I didn't need to buy one. Oh, well. Oh, it's gone now. I'm not going to pay for it. I don't need it. There we go. Cool. And then we can put our bakery in, like, right there, and it should be okay. We just don't have a nice place for the storage for him. So maybe we move the bakery down into where he's like on the corner, and then move his storage right next to him. And that, other than putting in a couple large crop fields, that's the farm. And I don't think the large crop fields for one or two more upgrades. Have to have a level 5 farming area. We're only on level 3. So right now I can just leave this thing alone. Just let it run. And we'll have a nice little farm going. And then this can all become neighborhood and everything like that. And yeah, that really is enough to supply like crops for everything and animal products for everything that we'll wind up doing in the town. So it's kind of awesome. We just have to add those 2 large crop fields in. So just make sure I've got 4 small animal pastures. I have 6 crop fields. I have 6 small fruit fields. I'm just going through my list here. 4 small animal pastures we already checked on. We have our 2 cattle sheds, 1 and 2. There it is. I knew I had it. And then we have our 1 milking parlor, and we've got our 3 flour mills back there. And that's a farm. So we could actually use this for like a little neighborhood that helps bring in some workers out here and everything like that. But I think that's something that we will look at next time. We are growing in our number of workers out here. Notice our efficiency came up, our pollution went down. That's exactly what you want to see. I don't know that I need this little curved road here or this road. Maybe we'll get rid of that road. I don't know. We'll see how traffic works out on it. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. So, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.